Don't tell my wife, but I just got back from Cabela's. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I've got a nice little haul that I just picked up from Cabela's, aka Bass Pro Shops, depending on where you are in the country. It's a spring stock up haul, but it's gonna help us throw some big swim baits. And I also picked up some pretty cool looking new stuff that I hadn't seen before. So I think you guys are gonna like it. Maybe it gives you some shopping ideas. That's what these videos are all about. Before I share with you everything that I picked up, if you like the content, be sure to subscribe. If you haven't yet, make sure you ring that notification bell and consider smashing the like on this video. That helps us out a ton. I also do a live podcast with my buddy Paul every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. We talk to really cool people in the fishing industry. We've talked to Monster Bass. We've had Debo's Fishing. We had Alex Rudd, Online Outdoorsman. And this week we featured Taps and Tackle, which is like a musky tackle shop and a brewery. It's absolutely absurd. Fantastic place in Wisconsin. You should check it out. Taps and Tackle. Go check them out. Sometimes we even run fundraisers like we did with Autism Anglers. So it is Autism Awareness Month. That was our first podcast of the month. If you haven't seen it, go back, check it out, and join us at our next live. Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern. We'd love to see you there and talk to you in chat. Let's get to this haul before my wife comes home. Let's go. All right, so first things first, I picked up 2 of these tackle containers. They're deep boxes from Flambeau. They are Z-Rust Max. Did that on purpose because these are gonna hold my swim baits and all of my big swim bait hooks. I like the 3-latch design on the Max Z-Rust versus the regular one, which just has like 2 tabs on the front. It's just, in my opinion, with big old like 1 to 6 ounce baits in here, not a good idea. I need the heavier duty box. And I went with that Max Z-Rust because it's going to prevent the hooks on the swim baits from rusting. These are big, expensive baits. I don't want to really risk them getting rusted up or banged up. This also comes with a lot more dividers than the other one that I have. And it's got this narrow section in the middle, which is where I can throw some big old swim bait hooks, which you're going to see in a second. We got a few that we're going to be throwing around. So think like 6/0 to 8/0. That's like mostly the size hooks that I'll be throwing in here. Then it's got a waterproof seal around the edge of it too. These things are like $18.99, so I really couldn't pass it up. That was quite a deal. It's really helped me save quite a bit of money because I was also looking at like the Plano edges or stocking up on the brand new Busby deep boxes, which I'm not saying I won't. Just at the moment, dabbling into these swim baits, I'm kind of like starting light, and maybe I'll upgrade the hardware later. So I got 2 of those. Here's the other one. It's holding all my stuff. Next thing we stocked back up on because it is spring is some spring crucial baits that I'll be throwing a lot. So I'm gonna start with the plastics. We got some Z-Mans. Found a new color that I hadn't seen before. It's called Mood Ring. Check that out. I'll pull one out here in a second, but it's like that purple, just this juicy purple and blue. And, you know, obviously I picked up some more copper truces. My Shark Deuce pack was running low. If you guys aren't familiar with my favorite color from Z-Man, check it out. That is the copper truce. Comes in a chartreuse belly there, and that top is green pumpkin with copper flake. Look at that little black and copper flake in there. It's so juicy, and the smallies in our rivers around here just love it. They love it. That said, I've got a lot of spring runoff right now, and purple baits have been killing it. So I figured, why not combine my 2 favorite things, Ned rigging the Finesse TRD with purple. And here is the Mood Ring. Check out this new color. Look at that. Just this like lavenderish almost, like this light purple belly to that like translucent, I called it blue. I guess it's not really blue, but this like different color up on top, a little bit darker purple, I guess I would say. That's a juicy looking color. I love it. So 2 more packs of Z-Man. Those will last me approximately 13 years. Then we picked up something that won't last me 13 years, but will hopefully catch me a lot of fish. We got 2 packs of salty super flukes. So salty, they're gonna sink a little bit faster. They're not really like buoyant, super buoyant plastic, but I went with 2 go-to colors here. So we've got white ice. These always catch fish for me all year round. They're one of Paul's favorite colors as well. I usually steal them from him, so I was like, I'll buy my own. And then we went straight pink. Ask anybody, straight pink. It's gonna crush. I'm pumped to be throwing that. So we got bubble gum. So bubblegum, white ice, you know, you can't go wrong. There's 10 in each pack of these. They're the juice. They're the juice in the spring. I need to throw them more often, I'm going to do that. Next up, I just had to grab these. Like, not only are small paddle tails working right now and starting to work even more as we progress to warmer water temps, but purple shark, baby. Home colors. Of course I had to get this. So this is a Cabela's brand 10-pack of 3.5-inch paddle tails. Check it out. So it's got a decent like tapered tail, like long tapered tail. So that's gonna have a lot of action on the back end. Got our little hook area in here. It's a very sparkly purple. Look at that, very sparkly purple. Highlighter chartreuse on the belly. This thing's gonna pop in the dirtier water. I like it. Water's dirty around me. Purple and chartreuse are the only colors that have been working. Put them together. Let's do it. Let's go. Finally, I've got a nice little 8-pack of the Rage Menace. This is from Strike King. If you guys haven't thrown the Rage Menace before, it's a pretty fantastic bait. I like these plastics. Got some in white and green pumpkin. This color is Falcon Lake Craw, which combines, look at that, some red, green, and then like some gold and red flake in there, a little bit of flash. My thought with this, you know, you can see it's like more of a tube style bait with a little craw tail at the bottom of that. The reason I grabbed this is for darker and red chatterbaits. So this is gonna be like a good trailer for that. But you can also, it's a good size to be like just flipping around right now. Sort of a downsized Texas rig that we could be throwing in this red, and fish are keying in on red. And it's definitely a good like darker, dirtier watercolor too, I think. So I saw it looked juicy and I was like, why not? Could stock back up on some of these. Okay, so those are the plastics and the bins that I picked up. Next up, we got some baits. So first of all, I owe BurlyFishing an apology because the other day I cast off this multi-bladed spinner that he sent me. This is the Super Shad. It's got 4 varying size willow leaf spinner blades on it. So I went and I picked up another one because it's just such a cool bait. I was like, I didn't even get a chance to really fish it. I lost it like my 3rd cast. It just zing, popped off. It was ridiculous. I was sad, but here we go. So picked it up in actually consequently his favorite color to be thrown around too. So shout outs to BurlyFishing. But white and chartreuse with the alternating gold and silver blades. I think it's the same one he sent me. It was the only option they had at the store that I could find close enough. So it's gonna work. It's got a big old silver head with a big red eye on there too. These things are gonna be great right now. Water temps are just starting to climb, so I'm starting to throw search baits a bit more. This is one of my favorite search baits. Not necessarily with the 4 blades, but a spinner bait is easily my favorite search bait. So hopefully I can get something on the multi-bladed spinner. Next up, I've lost too many of these styles, so I figured what the heck, I'll just grab an extra Booyah Baits spinner bait. This time go with the double Colorado. So these are like small to medium sized Colorado blades. It'll give me a little bit of a thump, but that's kind of what we have to do with the dirtier water. It's also got a red hook on it. I thought that was cool, and this is called the Tucson Tails because it's got this super long tail coming off the back end of it. Also has sort of the upgraded blades that are gonna have better flash to it with that little, you know, indentation that they have on them. So I like that a lot. That one's in a 1/2 ounce. I run it a little bit heavier, a little bit deeper. The Super Shad is in 3/8 of an ounce. I did pick up a tool while I was there too. I've been in desperate need of new pliers, and I've been pretty jelly of camera guy Paul's pliers he's been using. That's this pair right here. So we got the 6-inch mag spring pliers from Rapala. They're heavy duty. They come with this really awesome like pocket or belt clip that you can use as well. And I might just run them on that, or maybe find a place to stock them on my boat. It's got a spot where you can use a split ring and like rig it up to a retractor or something like that. I might just keep them in my PFD and my life jacket. Not a bad idea, but pretty slick pliers I'm excited to start using. So once I found all that stuff, I started like looking around for hooks, and I ended up in the hook aisle, and I came across this slightly different twist on one of my favorite techniques, which is Tokyo rigging. So I don't know if you guys have thrown this, but this is the Bass Pro brand. It's the Bonsai Bass Rig, which is interesting because check it out. It's pre-rigged with weights, so you don't have to like do the whole put your tungsten weights or your regular weights onto a Tokyo wire rig from VMC and then just like bend it with your pliers. It's already set and it looks pretty weedless, pretty good, but it comes with a clacker. Look at this. So we got 2 weights. So on the back, it says it's a 1/2 ounce. So each of these is a 1/2 ounce. They're 4/0 hooks, which is great. So we got like 2 1/4 ounce worm weights on there with a little Carolina bead, little red bead in between. So what does that do? Check it out on the back. It's gonna give you a little clacking sound off the bottom. So you can do this with your VMC Tokyo rigs, of course. I just never thought to do it, which is surprising because I use them a lot. But this also does come with a much longer wire than what you get with those VMC rigs, which I thought was cool. And then this is what you get. There you go, it moves. That's pretty cool. I think it's a cool approach. It's a little bit different. It's something I'm definitely gonna throw. And throwing a creature bait off the back of this, or a paddle tail, or even a fluke right now, I think is gonna bang. I think it's gonna be awesome, and the fishies are gonna love it. So we're gonna do that. Can't wait. Okay, everything else is big swim baits related. So let's take a look at these. First of all, just picked up 2 packs of some size 3 snap locks. So check it out, the dual lock snaps in a size 3. They are 67-pound test, you know, 30 kilograms. I think it's good enough. I don't know. But just rigging that up instead of tying directly to the bigger swim baits, I think will be good. I don't know. You guys who are big swim bait fishermen, like, call me out in the comments. And by call me out, I mean educate me. Let me know, like, is there, I tried looking this up, honestly. Is there a specific size snap that you use? Do you prefer using the snap? Do you tie directly to your baits? Help a brother out, because I'm trying to learn this thing. This is a whole new technique, whole new setup for me this year. I've only taken this big old SBX rod from Akuma out with this gigantic Komodo SS twice, and I've only fished it once, and I was kind of just dinking around. So I'm still totally new to this, totally a beginner, trying to figure out. I appreciate it. If you guys want to contribute some knowledge my way, thank you so much. Hit me in the comments. As far as hooks for the plastic swim baits I have, any of my 5-inch plus plastics, we went ahead and grabbed a whole bunch of monster hooks. So I grabbed a couple different brands just to try them out. So we got a 6/0 Gamakatsu right there. They call it their EWG Monster Worm Hook. EWGs you can't go wrong with. I did get some like twist lock versions too. So we got the Eagle Claw Trocars. I like how sharp these guys are. They're pretty nuts. That's a 5/0 right there. And I grabbed a bunch of weighted ones. So I got 2 packs of the Berkley Fusions and a 5/0 and a 7/0. This one's a 1/4 inch. You get 4 of them in there. So a little belly weighted twist lock swim bait hook. It says right here it's good for 3 to 5-inch swim baits. So my medium size ones. And then we've got the 7/0, which is a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier. It's 3/8 of an ounce. And these are for 5 to 7-inch swim baits. So, I mean, I'm pumped to try those out. And we'll just put it on a heavier rod and have a good time. All right, so that was a 5/0 and a 7/0. Then I had to grab a different brand and a 6/0. So we have the 1/4 ounce Owner Beast swim bait hooks. So I think this will be good kind of all around for any of my bigger plastics. So I've got a lot of like huge Bass Pro Shops, Strike King Rage tails, and we just picked up some chase baits from the most recent Monster Bass bag that are 5.5 inches. So figure I'm gonna throw some of those on these, just see how we do. Again, it's something totally new and kind of foreign to me, so I'm excited to try it out and bring you guys along with me to learn with me. And any of you guys out there that are used to fishing these types of baits all the time, like I'm a Midwest fisherman. I fish in Michigan. I fish downsized baits. I'm not saying people don't fish with swim baits around here. They definitely do, and they're successful. So it's something I'm open to, but haven't done before. I definitely did not grow up doing that. Help me out. Hit me up in the comments. Any tips you guys have definitely helps. Okay. Then I picked out 2 specialty hook packs that I'm going to try out on some other rigs. First of all, we got the Eagle Claw Trocar 4/0 tube hook. I've never used a tube hook like this. I'm probably missing out. Some of you guys are probably like, you've never used that? Are you freaking kidding me? No, I'm not. I've never used this. I just used EWGs all the time, but this looks way better for rigging a tube more weedless. So I like the idea. Looks like it's gonna stay on there better, and this would be easy to snell knot this type of hook. So I'm pumped to try that out. Smallies love tubes, and I love fishing for smallies, especially around the dam. The more weedless you are, the easier it is to fish around the dam, so I figured those would be good hooks to have. And then since it's fluke fishing season, I also picked up these drop dead hooks from VMC. They also have this twist lock in them, and it's a 3/32 of an ounce, each of these hooks, but check this out. Never fished this technique before, but they push the weight back. It's a real lightweight, 3/32 of an ounce, nothing crazy. But you twist lock your fluke on here, you rig it weedless, and you got this weight towards the back. So when you're fishing it, you know, you can use it like you would normally any soft jerk bait. So we're gonna twitch it, pause it, all that stuff. But with this weight where it's at, it should give us this like drop dead technique where the bait kind of falls in a spirally pattern as it's coming down based on where the weight is. So I'm interested to see what that looks like in the water. Nothing that I've ever tried before. Never heard of this technique before. Again, I'm trying new things, guys. I mean, that's what it's all about. Like, I want to expand my repertoire. I want to try new things, new techniques, new types of hooks, all that stuff. I'm diving in, man. I want to be more versatile because I also want to fish a lot of different areas of the country, so I'm gonna have to learn different techniques. At some point, we're gonna get out here on some road trips and have some fun, so why not start my educational process right now? That's what I'm doing. But these look cool. Different way to fish a fluke I'm excited about, and we'll grab some flukes to fish on it. So there you go. Got the pliers out just so we can take a look at those too. Look at that. I like that. I think this is gonna make it a lot easier to pull treble hooks out of pike mounts. Check it out. Just kind of like locks in there, and then the back portion swivels. I like those pliers a lot. All right, guys. So like I said at the beginning of the video, don't tell my wife I bought all this stuff. Shh. Our little secret. But hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. If you're on the market looking for some new tackle to stock up for this season, I'd recommend checking out some of the stuff that I picked up today. And hopefully you guys are getting on the fish as well. I wish you the best of luck this season. I hope you're having a great day. And I thank you so much for watching the video today. If you liked the content, be sure to subscribe, smash the like on this video. That helps us out a lot. Maybe ring that notification bell so you can see when we post more content. And then come hang out with us live every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube. We'd love to see you there and talk to you in chat. Thanks again for watching today, guys, and we'll see you out on the water.